Hey everyone! So today we are going to do a bit of a different video, of course. It's not really different when it comes to Warhammer, because I love Warhammer. There's definitely going to be videos of it in the future. I would have done a video for the other Tyranids I got for my birthday. Maybe I'll do like a community post or something once they're all finished. But, I mean, it's just practically the same painting process, so you can't do much unique with that. But we are going to go to my actual favorite range. Uh, and rate all of the Death Guard models, miniatures, whatever the hell you call them, because the wheel decided on it, and the wheel does not lie on what it wants me to do. So I'm just going to explain our ranks here real quick. Peak, best of the best, really good, self-explanatory. And miniatures that I don't like so much, Nurgle threw them away because he found them disgusting, which is a very low standard. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? We're going to go with the Chosen of Mortarion first. I mean, he's the bell guy. He has the giant bell on his head. He has a really cool Plague Marine sculpt. I think he has something to do with Poxwalkers in lore. Not in lore, in rules. I can't really remember what he does, but I mean, we're off to a strong start. While I don't think he's in the best of the best, I think he's really good. Alright, Lord Felthius and the Lord of Contagion. A lot of people don't like this model, but I kind of like it. Now, it's not going to go in peak. There's some issues. He doesn't have the giant cool scythe. He doesn't have the cool pose. And I do believe that overall, the Indominus Lord of Contagion is better. But Lord Felthius is still a cool model. I got him in the new Battle Force. He was fun to paint. He's just a fun model. So he's going to go up in really good. The Malignant Plague Caster. So there's two of these guys once again. This one is one of the models I'm not too big a fan of. He just has a weird face. He has a weird face. He has a weird body sculpt. But the Kill Team one is beautiful. So just for the Kill Team one, he's going to get an average. Poxwalkers. I mean, what more can I say about zombies? Nurgle zombies. They're good, but I am going to put them in mid. Now, hold on. I'm going to put them in mid because we have some better Nurgle zombies in here. So, they're going in mid. Alright, what is that? I think that is the Foul Blight spawn, if I'm correct. I sometimes get confused with him and Biologist Putrefier, but I think that's the Foul Blight spawn. And this guy's pretty cool. I have him. I got him for Christmas. He's really cool. The Nurgling on him is adorably disgusting. And I like his skull hammer thing he has going on. I'm probably not sure if that's supposed to be a hammer, but kind of looks like he'd use it as one if it's a last case scenario. Is he my favorite? Do I like him more than Lord Felthius and the Chosen Mortarion? No. So I am going to put him in average. The Tallyman. I mean, he's just taken all of the notes of the battle. I don't really know what he does in lore, but he seems pretty cool. And I mean, it's just a cool sculpt. I mean, he has his book. The backpack's cool. Not backpack. Power pack's cool. He's just a cool model. And he does a really cool thing in-game with objective control. So I'm going to put him in really good. The Plague Surgeon. I've heard quite the distaste on him, especially in-game. Now, I am not too knowledgeable of the in-game stuff. I have played one game of Warhammer, and it is really dumbed down. So you could say I'm slightly LARPing when I'm discussing these guys, but I think I have a basic concept on what I'm talking about. And a lot of people don't like this guy's ability because he's kind of mid in-game, but purely off the model alone, I really like him. He's the closest thing we have to a Death Guard Apothecarian. I mean, he practically is a Death Guard Apothecarian. I always like medics. I love Apothecarians. I love the new Red Corsairs Apothecarian, whatever the hell his name is. And the Drill Arm. I mean, it's just a nice touch. Plus, the way I painted this guy, I really enjoy. Except for the face. I'm not good at painting faces. So, I'm actually going to put him in really good. The Biologist Putrefier. Now, I would say that he looks very similar to the Foul Blight spawn. If it wasn't for the potion holder on his back that kind of resemble wings if you look at them close enough, and his weapon, also that head sculpt. So I am actually going to put him above the Foul Blight spawn. He's still going to be an average, but he's going to be around the top of average. And by the way, average is not a bad thing. I mean, it's your B. You're not getting an A plus, but you're not getting a C minus either. So we are going to put this guy at the top of average. We're actually going to move the Plague Surgeon down a bit. The Icon Bearer. I've seen a lot of cool kit bashes for him, but me personally, I don't think there's enough that distincts him from a Plague Marine. So I am going to put him in mid. The Chaos Predator Annihilator, if I'm looking at that right. I'm looking at the little images down here, by the way, so I'm probably saying a lot of stuff wrong. Um, I mean, it's just not Death Guarding. There's cool kit bashes, but we're gonna put it in mid just because it's not Death Guard. I think that's the other Predator. He's gonna go the same way. Okay, this is where we get a bit confusing. The Defiler. His model right now, I hate. It just looks bad. You can tell it's old. It's too big for its own liking with that weird pose and the boxy body they've given him. I get there's a lot of nostalgia with him in Dawn of War. I hate him. But the new Defiler. Oh my god, it is a beautiful. It is probably going to be my miniature of the year. It's so beautiful. And for the new Defiler alone, I can't help but put him in peak. I can't help it. I can't. It's such a good sculpt. I might buy two of them. Alright, back to the Hellbrute. If Hellbrute were sculpted any other way, he would have been in peak. He's not in peak or really good, because this dude is barely bigger than a Terminator. And just because of that, I get that he's kind of supposed to be small, but I feel like he should be slightly bigger. Plus, he's just an old sculpt, and the way they do the Death Guard one on the actual, like, when you're looking at it on the box, it's really just not my favorite. He's not going in mid, because I love Hellbrutes. I love Hellbrutes, I love Dreadnoughts, all of that. But he is going to go in average. The Chaos Land Raider. I know a lot of people don't like the Land Raider. I know a lot of people love the Land Raider. I love the Land Raider. I think the Land Raider is really cool. It's just the bulky tank that Space Marines have resembles the Rhino. It's going to go in average. Would be in really good if there was a Death Guard exclusive one. Big Morty, alright. Now we're getting to some good stuff. Big Morty's peak. Do I even have to explain myself? I will. Probably my favorite looking of all of the Demon Primarchs. The smoke that he's holding up by, beautiful. His wings, beautiful. His body model, beautiful. Silence, beautiful. The three little Nurglings on his body, beautiful. I'm going to stop explaining myself. You already know. You can tell I do not have any sort of premium with all of the advertisements. Just try to ignore that so I don't get cut, like monetization cut if this ever does happen. It probably won't, but... Alright, the Death Shroud Terminator. They are really cool. I do feel like, though, that the Blight... They're both going in the same peak category, by the way. I like my Blight Lords a bit better. They're a lot more customizable. They're a lot more... Like, they're your basic Terminators, but I feel like they're a bit more unique in the ways you can give them war gear, different heads, different bodies. I feel like they fit a lot better with that been plagued for over 10,000 years kind of feel than the Death Shroud Terminators. But they are both beautiful sculpts, and I do love my Terminators. So I'm going to put the Death Shroud, I'm going to put them above the Defiler, right behind the Blight Lords. The Plague Burst Crawler. This is a really cool miniature. But there's not as much as going on than the other Nurgle vehicles, which is saying much with the other part, because Emperor's Children don't have like a single unique vehicle, neither do the World Eaters. Thousand Suns might have one, but I can't remember. I don't think they do either. Which shows that Death Guard probably has one of the best ranges of all the, probably the best range of all the deity legions, if I must say so myself. But I do feel like the Plague Burst is probably my weakest out of all the demon engines. So I'm going to put him at the bottom of average, right above the Land Raider. Typhus the gassy guy. The Destroyer Hive, the reason why the Death Guard are sneaky poo-poo guys. I hate him so much, but he's going to go. You know, I hate him so much. I'm so bitter about him. He's going to go at the top of really good. Why'd you turn my guy into a stinky poo-poo pile of shit and pain, Typhus? I hate you. What? There we go. Though I do own his Horus Heresy model, and I must say it's really cool, but it put a hole in my finger, which hurt. Alright, the Fetid Bloat Drone with Heavy Blight Launcher. Both of these are so similar. They're going to go in the same way. That is really good. These are probably my favorite of the Demon engines. I own 3 of them from the Battle Force, which is probably why. But I just think they're really cool. I mean, their backs you could paint really freedomly with flesh. I went for a bit more of a muscle color scheme for my Demon engine skin, which looks really good in my opinion. In my opinion. But I just think they're cool. They're really customizable when it comes to vehicles. I mean, 3 weapon options, 3 chassis options. And they're not too big. I mean, they're your, like, I would say infantry, but that, like, infantry of vehicles, but that would go to the Mepithic Blight Hauler. These guys are just your run-of-the-mill demon engines, but they work really well. So they're both going to go into really good. Plague Marines. The reason why I got into Death Guard, besides Morty, they're such beautiful sculpts. They just look so good. They're so customizable. There's only 7 of them in a box, which is kind of annoying, but you can always buy the Kill Team starter set. Heck, if you kit bash the Loyalists, you can get 10 of them. Well, is it 10 or 14? I can't remember. Probably 12. No, it'd be 10 plus all the characters, yeah. You know what I'm saying. But they're just such beautiful sculpts. My Plague Marines are the first ones I ever painted, so they don't look very good. I will probably buy another box of Plague Marines soon enough. These guys are beautiful. They're going to go into peak. The Mepithic Blight Hauler. What? What? What was that about? I can't even remember. They're cool. They're your little demon engines. They're kind of the little brother to the Fetid Bloat Drones in terms of model size. I think they're around the same width. But they're really cool. You run them in squads of 3. They like being with their partners. They hunt in packs, I guess is a better way you could say it, but I'm going to explain them a bit more like they're animals. They're just cool. They're cool. I like how they have a Melta too, because the Melta is probably one of my favorite weapons. So they're going to go into really good. They're going to go below the Fetid Blight Drone, though. It's Chaos Rhino. I mean, what more can you really say about the Rhino that hasn't been said in the past 20 years? It's good. It's efficient. Our army's probably always going to have one unless that army's super damn fast or Xenos. It's just cool. I really hope it gets sculpted in 11th. Probably will. Hopefully it doesn't get legend, because I'm not a big fan of the Impulsor. I like the Impulsor, but it could be better. Daedalus Pattern Rhino's Horus Heresy is really cool. It's just cool. It's going to go, for the pure Death Guard uniqueness alone, it is going to go behind the Land Raider. I do like that Land Raider a bit more than the Rhino. This does not make the Rhino a bad model. It just makes him not unique to the other thing of Death Guard. Lord of Virulence. He is cool. He has big old... I like to call him wings, but it's probably a cape. sort of flayed, not really flayed flesh, but like growing flesh on his back. He has a big old plague spewer, big old gas mask, big old belly. He's just cool. He's a really cool looking Terminator leader. And that's good because I have like 8 Terminators on my list, 8 Blight Lords, and most likely I'll have 6 Deathshroud in the future. He's going to go into peak. I do like him a bit more than my Lord of Contagion, but he's going to go into peak. Because stupid Typhus isn't as cool as this guy. Cause he... No. No. Well, Chaos Spawn, I'll explain a little bit. They'd be cool if they weren't almost completely useless and weren't really, like, ugly, in my opinion. In my opinion, miniatures. Though these guys are pretty fun to fight in Space Marines too, so just for that they'll be above this. Yeah. Yeah. This terrain piece. The Demon Prince. I like the one with the wings a bit more. They're so cool. Age of Sigmar miniatures that can be used in 40k, which will give them a bit more detail. And we're going to start getting to those Age of Sigmar miniatures in a minute. They're just really cool. I will probably get one eventually. I'm not sure if I'll run him all the time, because I'm not sure how well he'll fit with my, what is it? What's 8 plus 3? 11 Terminators? But he's cool. I like the one with the wings better, though, so he's going to go into peak, and he's going to go... Do I put him above the Lord of Contagion? Yes. Alright. Plague Bears. The better Nurgle zombies. I have the Age of Sigmar Spearhead, and I really like him. I really like him. I love the Plague Bears. Really good weapon options. Really good customizability. Really good faces. Uh, which does put them above the monopose Poxwalkers for me. These guys are going to go right above the Hellbrute in average. No, they're going to go above they're going to go above this guy. The Malignant Plague Caster? I already forgot his name. I probably said Plague Surgeon when I saw this guy. Just feel free to flame me. Plague Drones. I don't love these guys. I love their mortal version in Age of Sigmar. I don't love these guys. They just... I think it might be the paint scheme and the image that throws me off. They're just not my favorite. They're going to go above... They're going to go in between Poxwalkers and the Icon Bearer. In the mid-tier. Nurglings. Oh my god, that is a horrid voice crack. Nurglings. They are cutie patooties. Made of poo-poo crap. Needless, I say, they're peak. The Beast of Chaos. All he wants is a hug. Just give him his hug. He might contract 40 different versions of AIDS. But he'll get his hug. He'll get happy. Because these guys canonically get sad, I'm pretty sure, when they kill everybody. Because they wanted to hug so bad and they wanted to play so bad. They're like dogs. And I love dogs. So he's going to go into peak. He's also like a big Nurgling if you look hard enough. But the big Nurgling is the Great Unclean One. He's going to go above the Demon Prince. Below... Well, he'll go above the Lord of Virulence. In fact, the Lord of Virulence is going to go above the Defiler. Let's just change that. So he'll go above the Defiler. He's the big boy Nurgling. He's really cool. He's incredibly gassy. Needless I say. He's in peak. If he can go there. Thank you. Rodigus. Pretty cool. Though I'm going to put him in really good above Typhus. Just because I don't particularly like the face sculpt he has in this. But he's still a Great Unclean One. He's still really good. Lord of Poxes. I did not think much of this model until I turned him around. And did not look at his rotund cheeks, but instead looked at the sword on his back. Because, goodness me, that is a cool sword. It is also a really cool pose. I love the whole power pack going on. I love the cloth on him. His helmet's pretty good. He's just a really cool Plague Marine leader. Is he cooler than the Lord of Virulence? Yes. Yes, he is. Alright, so this is the final list. I was probably being a bit more generous than I should. This is probably also different than the one in the thumbnail, but this is my list. Feel free to comment on it, explain how horribly I did Typhus, explain how he deserved to be above Mortarion, and then I'd explain on how I will wipe you from the face of this planet. And explain why the miasmic malignator is your favorite Death Guard model. I'll see y'all later. I'm not really sure what the next video will be because the wheel has to decide, you know. See ya.